Welcome to the news on Enyimba TV. We are reaching you from the commercial city of Aba. First, the headlines. 2 children, 3 others die in Abia Road accident. Police say raided NLC complex floor used by suspects threatening Nigeria's democracy. President Tinubu unveils CNG buses at Presidential Villa. Thanks for joining us on the news at this time. My name is Esther Chima. Now the news in detail. Abia State Sector Commander of the Federal Road Safety Corps FRSC says 5 passengers, including 2 male children, died in the road accident near Umuika Junction along the Enugu-Aba-Port Harcourt Expressway in the Isialangwa South Council area. This is according to a statement by the Sector Commander, Ngozi Ezoma, who said the accident occurred when a Toyota Sienna en route to Enugu State rammed into a stationary Mack truck with no number plate. The statement signed by Abia State's FRSC spokesperson, Miracle Inyoko, did not specifically confirm the speculation that the driver of the Sienna lost control of the vehicle after falling asleep. Mrs. Ezoma said 11 persons were involved in the accident, including 6 male adults, 2 female adults, and 3 male children. President Bola Tinubu has sworn in Esther Wilson-Jack as the head of Civil Service of the Federation. The swearing-in ceremony took place in Abuja before the Federal Executive Council meeting. During a valedictory session held in honor of the immediate past HOS, Folashade Yemi Isan, the president tasked the public service to be dedicated to work, hailing her for her commitment to work. Nigerian Police Force says it raided the 2nd floor of the complex of the Nigerian Labour Congress NLC in Abuja in search of some incriminating documents to establish a case against an international subversive element who is a threat to Nigeria's democracy. Force spokesman Muyiwa Adejobi, in a Monitor television interview, said the raid of the NLC complex had a suspect housed by the labor union in the 2nd floor, which has an office used by the suspect, and not the 10th floor housing the NLC headquarters. He added that some landlord-tenant relationship was established between the NLC and the global suspects, whose syndicate members have been arrested. According to him, the police have embarked on a forensic investigation and the NLC would be needed in the probe of the suspect, claiming multiple foreign identities, including being a Russian and a Briton. West Africa Examination Council says 73.79% of total candidates obtained credit and above in a minimum of any 5 subjects, with or without English language or mathematics. Speaking while announcing the release of the 2024 West African Senior School Certificate Examination results, the head of Nigerian Office of WAEC, Amos Dangote, said WAEC withheld the results of 215,267 candidates, which is 11.92% of 1,805,216, the total number of candidates that sat for the examination. The 2024 examination spanned a period of 7 weeks and 6 days from April 30th to June 24 across the country. Dangote said 1,301,941 candidates, representing 72.12%, obtained credit and above in a minimum of 5 subjects, including English language and mathematics. National Youth Service Corps has invalidated the certificates of 101 individuals mobilized by National Service by the University of Calabar, UNICAL, during the 2021, 2022 and 2023 service years. According to a statement signed by the Director, Information and Public Relations of the Corps, Eddie Megwa, the organization took this action to maintain the integrity of the National Service Program and prevent unqualified individuals from participating. The statement added that the affected individuals were found to have been mobilized fraudulently and their certificates have been cancelled immediately as part of the NYSC's strong commitment to ensuring that only qualified individuals are issued certificates of national service. The NYSC also advised the public, especially core employers, government ministries, departments and agencies, corporate and religious organizations, multinational companies and course-producing institutions to verify the authenticity of certificates presented to them. There was unease in some quarters in government circles when the court reinstated Deputy Governor of Edo State, Comrade Philip Shaibu. In a broadcast, Shaibu said he had resumed office in line with the ruling of the Federal High Court in Abuja, which faulted the process of his impeachment. Shaibu said he had informed Governor Godwin Obaseki of his resumption, adding that his aid should be restored. He further cautioned banks dealing with the office of the Deputy Governor. Meanwhile, a statement by the Commissioner for Information and Orientation, Chris Nehike, has described Shaibu as an impostor and should be ignored by the public. The statement also put security agencies on alert for a potential breach of peace and urged to hold Philip Shaibu responsible for any security breach in the state arising from his ignoble actions. He added that Shaibu is impersonating the Deputy Governor and should stop presenting himself as such. Police authorities in the state have launched an investigation into an explosion at the Secretariat of the Action People's Party in Port Harcourt, Rivers State. This is according to the Rivers State Police Commissioner, Tunji Ditu. The explosion, which reportedly occurred at midnight, shattered the glass on the window near the impacted area. APP, which is relatively unknown in Rivers State, gained attention recently after securing and decorating a building in the highbrow area of Port Harcourt to host its secretariat. These are claims that the party is backed. There are claims that the party is backed by some members of the People's Democratic Party who are aggrieved with the current handling of the affairs of their party in the state. This was affirmed by the national chairman of APP, Uchenna Nnadi, who called on the police to be firm in their investigation. The controversy over leadership of the All Progressives Congress took a new dimension after a state high court sacked the caretaker committee led by Tony Okocha. The chairman, Emeka Beke, went to court to challenge the dissolution of elected state party officials by the National Working Committee for alleged anti-party activities. Justice Sika Aprioko, in his judgment, nullified the dissolution on the basis that the National Working Committee does not have the power to carry out such action. Reacting to the development, Mr. Okocha, who was appointed in November 2023, is insisting that his team is still the legally recognized APC leadership pending the decision of the Court of Appeal. Rivers State Governor Siminalayi Fubara has submitted an Abia-born financial expert, Dr. Samuel Anya, as a commissioner nominee. His name and other nominees were submitted to the Rivers State House of Assembly for screening and confirmation as commissioners. The request for their screening and confirmation was addressed to the Speaker of the House, Right Honorable Victor Okojumbo, and follows the guidelines of Section 192 of the 1999 Constitution as amended. Labour Party is heading for the Supreme Court to challenge the victory of Governor Hope Uzodinma in the November 11 Imo State governorship election. The opposition party said it perceived bias in the judgment of both the tribunal and the Court of Appeal, which upheld Uzodinma's victory. The National Publicity Secretary of the LP, Obiora Ifo, disclosed the stance of the party at a press conference held in Abuja. Enyimba TV record APC candidates swept all the 24 local government areas in the state, joined the last governorship election to beat Samuel Anyanwu of the People's Democratic Party and Labour Party's Atan Achono. But Achono and the Labour Party leadership rejected the results, alleging that the total number of voters did not match the figures reeled out by the electoral umpire. You're watching Enyimba TV News. After the short break, the news continues with foreign, business and sports updates. Please stay tuned. We'll be right back. Glad to know you're still there, and thanks for staying tuned. Now the rest of the news. Tanzania arrested the leaders of the main opposition party, Chadema, on the accusation of inciting violence. Chadema chairman Freeman Mbowe and the leader of the party's youth wing, John Pambalu, were arrested by police at an airport in the southwestern city of Mbeya, where they plan to mark International Youth Day. Chadema's vice chairman, Tundu Lissu, was arrested alongside the party's secretary general. Police accused Chadema's youth wing of speaking to promote unrest and violence. The party said over 400 people were in detention. Despite relaxing restrictions on political parties, opposition leaders say violations have increased in the run-up to the 2025 election. President Samia Suluhu, who took over after the death of John Magufuli, is expected to run for the ruling Chama Cha Mapinduzi, that is CCM party. And now from the business scene. Independent petroleum marketers in Nigeria are hoping that the Dangote Petroleum Refinery will sell its premium motor spirit, popularly called petrol, at 600 naira or 650 naira per litre when it is finally released into the market. Dealers under the aegis of the Independent Petroleum Marketers Association of Nigeria said they believe that the Dangote refinery will crash the petrol price as it did with diesel. IPMAN National Vice President Hamed Fashola in an interview said the Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited, which is the sole importer of PMS, has been selling to marketers at 570 naira per litre, but most IPMAN members buy from private depot owners at 700 naira and above, while hoping that Dangote can sell between 600 naira and 650 naira per litre. And now sports. Following the disappointment of the Paris 2024 Games, the federal government says preparations for the next Olympics will start now. Nigeria finished the Games on a disappointing note after failing to win a medal in France. But the Ministry of Sports Development has assured of its readiness to turn the tides around and restore our sporting glory. The ministry spokesperson Kehinde Ajayi said in a statement that the journey in Paris has inspired Nigeria to start now for the next Games coming up in Los Angeles in 2028. She thanked President Bola Tinubu for his support for the release of funds and praised the coaches and officials for their effort throughout the competition. And with that sports story, we wrap up this edition of the news on Enyimba TV at this time. But before we go, here is a recap of the top stories. 2 children, 3 others die in Abia Road accident. Police say raided NLC complex floor used by suspect threatening Nigeria's democracy. President Tinubu unveils CNG buses at Presidential Villa. Now that's our package of the news for now. Please join us for more updates in our subsequent bulletins. Meanwhile, don't forget to subscribe to this channel on YouTube. Click on the notification bell to receive alerts when new videos are uploaded. Thanks for watching. On behalf of the production crew, I am Esther Chima, appreciating you. Do have a wonderful day.